Archangel Michael says, "Have you ever wondered if your future home is truly safe? What if I told you that something you missed before, a warning, a sign, a message, is about to change everything about where you live? This is not a coincidence. This is not chance. This is divine intervention. You skipped this before, but today you cannot afford to turn away. Do you feel it in your spirit? That quiet tug pulling at your heart, that sudden chill running down your spine when you think about your home, your sanctuary. What if I told you the very ground beneath your feet is being contested right now, spiritually, invisibly, but with fierce urgency? Have you noticed strange disruptions? A shift in your atmosphere, or moments of uneasy silence you couldn't explain? These are not mistakes or random events. They are alarms, warnings from heaven, meant to prepare you for what's coming. The time to act was yesterday, but God's mercy is giving you one more chance to open this door before it closes forever. Your home is more than bricks and mortar. It holds your legacy, your blessings, and your future. And right now, that future is hanging in the balance. I, Archangel Michael, stand ready with my sword drawn to defend what belongs to you. But I cannot protect what you do not claim. You must listen. You must prepare. You must open the door to what heaven is revealing now. Don't skip this. Don't delay. The signs have been all around you, but today, they are becoming impossible to ignore. Type 777. If you are ready to declare your home's blessing now, this message will not come again. Open it before it's too late. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, hear me well, for what I am about to reveal is not mere words, but a decree from the heavens. The spiritual battle over your home is real. I do not say this lightly or as a shadow of fear. I speak with the authority of the Creator, the one who commands the armies of heaven, and I stand at the gates of your dwelling, sword drawn, ready to fight the unseen forces that are pressing against your peace. Your home is more than a place to rest your body. It is a sacred vessel for your spirit, a harbor for your family's legacy, and a battleground in the realm unseen. You may think the battles you face are only in the physical, the money worries, the broken relationships, the noise and chaos of the world around you. But behind all of that lies a war fought in silence and shadows, in spiritual realms where eyes cannot see but hearts can feel. For too long you have been unaware of this battle. You did not see the spiritual watchers pacing just beyond your door. You did not hear the whispers of those trying to undermine your peace. But I have seen, I have watched, and I have not been idle. There is an enemy who desires to claim what God has promised you, your blessings, your protection, and yes, your future home. This enemy is relentless, crafty, and patient. They know your weaknesses, your fears, and your moments of doubt. They send distractions, confusion, and deception, hoping you will become weary and surrender ground you did not know you were losing. But tonight, that changes. The ground beneath your feet is being consecrated by heavenly fire. I am here to tell you that your home is not a place of defeat. It is a fortress of divine promise. The walls you build physically are reflections of what is built spiritually. The prayers you whisper when no one hears, the faith you hold tightly when storms rage, these are the foundations on which your protection is anchored. Do you remember the nights you felt uneasy but could not explain why? The strange heaviness in the air? The sudden flicker of lights? Those were not coincidences. They were warnings, red flags from the spirit realm, to alert you that a battle was being fought over your peace and your inheritance. I have been standing guard in the spirit, watching over your house, pacing the borders of your life like a lion ready to defend its cubs. My sword gleams with holy fire, and my wings carry the weight of God's authority. I will not allow the enemy to claim what belongs to you. But you must partner with me. This battle is not fought with mere words or good intentions. It requires spiritual awareness, boldness, and the willingness to claim your inheritance. You must understand that every decision you make about your home, every prayer, every declaration, every act of faith, either builds the fortress higher or leaves a door open for the enemy. Tonight, I call you to awaken. No more will you be passive or unaware. The enemy's strategies are laid bare before me, and I am here to expose them to you. Those who have tried to infiltrate your peace through gossip, envy, or spiritual deception will be revealed. The masks they wear will fall, and their plans will be thwarted. Do not doubt the power of your words. Your prayers are weapons. Your faith is armor. When you speak life over your home, when you declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper, you activate the heavenly hosts to stand with you. I have stood with countless souls like you who felt helpless against the forces trying to rob them of their peace. But when they chose to stand with me, when they refused to yield, the atmosphere shifted. The spiritual chains were broken, the darkness fled, and blessings began to flow. I am here to say that your home can be that place of victory. Your future dwelling can be a sanctuary bathed in light, protected by angels, and filled with the peace that surpasses understanding. But it begins with you. Are you ready to take your place in this battle? Are you ready to rise and claim your home as a sacred space, guarded by heaven itself? You have been chosen for this moment. The spiritual countdown is ticking. There is a holy urgency in my voice because I know what happens when this battle is ignored or delayed. The enemy will continue to press in, creating confusion and division within your walls. They will seek to steal your joy and disrupt your destiny. But hear me clearly. This will not be your story. I am with you. I have not left your side. Even now I am moving in your house, breaking chains you did not know bound you, casting out shadows that linger in corners of your life. You must open your spiritual eyes and ears. Notice the signs. Feel the shifts. The wind may suddenly change. A door may creak open in the spirit when all is still. These are not accidents. They are messages that your prayers have been heard and that the battle is reaching a climax. The enemy's grip is weakening because heaven has declared that this house, this home, belongs to you and your lineage. You carry the keys to unlock what has been locked by fear, doubt, or past wounds. Tonight, the heavens are aligning to bring a breakthrough that will shake the foundations of your home. But only if you do not skip this moment. Only if you stand firm and allow me to fight alongside you. The sword I carry is not a weapon of destruction, but of deliverance. It is sharp enough to cut through every lie, every deceit, every spiritual stronghold placed against you. You are not alone. I have been sent by God Himself to guard you, to protect your future, and to guide you into the peace that is your birthright. Now, prepare your heart. The time has come for your home to be a beacon of light in a dark world. The enemy will no longer have power here. Stand with me. Stand firm, and watch as the spiritual battle turns in your favor. Type 444 to declare you are standing with Archangel Michael, your protector and warrior. This is your hour. Your home is sacred ground. Claim it now. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, now that you understand the great spiritual battle surrounding your home, it is time for me to reveal what you have been missing all along, the signs you ignored that were meant to protect you. These were not coincidences or random events. Heaven sent them as warnings, whispers, and signals to awaken your spirit and prepare you for what lies ahead. For too long, you brushed off these nudges. You told yourself, 'It's nothing,' or 'Maybe I'm imagining things.' But I'm here to tell you, the signs were very real, and they were for you. Do you remember the dreams that seemed confusing, unsettling even? The ones where shadows crossed your path or where you heard voices calling your name but saw no one? Those were not mere dreams. They were divine messages encoded with spiritual insight, urging you to pay attention. You might have noticed flickering lights in your home when there was no electrical fault. Perhaps you felt sudden chills or heaviness in certain rooms, moments when your heart raced inexplicably. Maybe objects went missing or shifted places, and you dismissed it as forgetfulness. All these were alerts from the spiritual realm. Why did you miss them? Because life's noise, worries, pain, distractions has kept your spirit heavy and your senses dull. But your angels have never stopped trying. They hovered near you, spoke softly in the quiet moments, and sent repeated signs you chose to overlook. Tonight, I want to wake you from this sleep of ignoring. The enemy has relied on your distraction to move freely in your home and your life. But I am here now to break that cycle, to help you recognize that every sign you missed was a shield waiting to be raised, a signal waiting to be acted upon. Look closely now. Have you noticed a pattern? Repeating numbers like 111, 444, 777? These are not random. They are the language of heaven, a code of awakening. When you see these, it means angels are near, the veil between realms is thin, and you are being called to listen and act. There have been moments when your phone rang but no one was there, when a song played that seemed to speak directly to your heart, when a sudden thought popped into your mind, warning or guiding you. These are all spiritual interventions. I have watched over you during these moments, waiting for you to open your eyes to the truth that surrounds you. But the enemy counted on your hesitation, your doubts, your weariness to keep you silent. No more. This moment is different because the veil is lifting. The warnings will become impossible to ignore, and the consequences of ignoring them will be too great. You may have felt a weight on your chest, an unease that made it hard to breathe. That is not anxiety alone. It is your spirit responding to the spiritual tension around you. Your soul is alerting you that a decision must be made. The nights you awoke suddenly and could not return to sleep were not by chance. You were being called to pray, to watch, to stand guard with me. But you chose rest instead. Now the time for sleep is over. There have been people around you, friends, neighbors, even family, whose behavior suddenly shifted. Their smiles became forced, their conversations filled with hidden meanings, their eyes avoiding yours. You dismissed it, but I say to you now, do not ignore these signs. Spiritually, they have been influenced by forces that want to derail your peace and your blessings. This is why you have felt confused about who to trust, why the atmosphere in your home sometimes felt heavy or uncomfortable. You have been tested. You have been watched. And your response to these subtle signals will determine how the battle unfolds. Your obedience to the spiritual warnings, your willingness to listen and act, is your weapon. You may ask, Michael, how do I recognize these signs clearly? How do I know what to do? First, stop rushing through life with your head down. Slow your spirit. Make space for quiet. The signs come in whispers, not shouts. They come in the pause between breaths, in the sudden stillness of a moment. Second, pay attention to your emotions. When a place or a person causes sudden discomfort, that is spiritual discernment activating. Do not dismiss it as paranoia. Third, look for patterns, not isolated events. Repeated dreams, persistent thoughts, repeated encounters with the same numbers or symbols. They are spiritual nudges, divine red flags. Fourth, pray and ask for clarity. Your angels are waiting to guide you, but you must ask. Faith activates their power. I know you may have missed these signs before because of pain or exhaustion. You have been fighting battles unseen, and it has worn you down. But God's mercy has been holding you up. Even in your weakness, you were not alone. Tonight, the veil is thinning. The signs will come closer. The warnings will grow louder. The question is, will you listen this time? If you ignore this call again, you risk losing the protection that is ready to be activated. The enemy's plans will advance, and the spiritual storms around your home will increase. But if you choose to awaken, if you choose to stand in awareness, you will activate divine protection and open the door to blessings that have been waiting for your readiness. I stand with you, urging you now to open your eyes to what you missed before. The signs were never random. They were holy roadmaps guiding you to safety, to peace, to victory. Do not be afraid of what you will see or hear when you begin to pay attention. This is not a punishment, but a rescue. And I promise, with your obedience, the atmosphere around your home will begin to shift. Peace will return. Blessings will flow. Type 111 now to declare you will no longer ignore the signs but will walk in spiritual awareness and protection. The journey ahead is clearer when you choose to see. You are not alone. I am by your side. Together we will turn these missed signs into milestones of breakthrough. Do you hear me, child? This is your wake-up call. Don't skip it again. Archangel Michael says, "My precious child, now that you have awakened to the spiritual battle and recognized the signs you once missed, it is time to move into the next vital step, the unlocking of blessings and divine protection over your future home." This is no ordinary moment. This is the sacred unlocking of doors sealed in heaven, gates of mercy opened by your faith, and promises long held waiting to be released in your life. Your home is not just a physical place. It is a spiritual stronghold, a sanctuary where your spirit can thrive and your destiny can unfold. But this stronghold must be built on a foundation of divine protection, and the blessings waiting for you cannot be claimed without unlocking them through spiritual authority. I, Archangel Michael, stand with my sword drawn and wings spread wide to guard this sacred space, but I need your cooperation. Protection from heaven is a gift, but it requires your permission and your spiritual alignment to activate it fully. Listen carefully. The keys to unlocking your home's blessings are in your hands right now. The first key is faith. Faith is the magnet that pulls divine favor into your life. When you declare by faith that your home is a place of peace, safety, and divine purpose, you open a door that no enemy can shut. Do not underestimate the power of your words. Speak life over your home daily. Declare it a sanctuary for healing, joy, and protection. Say, "No weapon formed against this home will prosper." Angels guard every door and window. The presence of God dwells here. The second key is obedience. God's protection moves when you walk in His commands and align your heart with His will. This means setting your home apart through prayer, sanctifying every corner with worship and declarations of God's truth. You may wonder, Michael, how do I practically do this? Start with simple acts of faith. Pray over your doorways. Anoint them if you can with oil. Light candles as a symbol of light-piercing darkness. Bring scripture into your home. Speak Psalm 91, the prayer of protection, aloud. Your obedience is the invitation for heavenly armies to descend. The third key is discernment. Protecting your home means knowing what to allow in and what to reject. This applies to both the physical and spiritual realms. Be mindful of who you welcome inside your home. Not just guests, but also the energy and influence they bring. You may have already sensed subtle shifts when certain people enter your home, whether tension, heaviness, or an inexplicable chill. These are not feelings to be ignored. Ask for God's guidance about relationships that may need boundaries or cleansing. Spiritual discernment also calls for guarding your thoughts and emotions. Protect your mind against fear, doubt, and negativity that try to enter through unseen doors. Stand firm in truth and remind yourself daily, "My home is a place of peace, and no darkness can dwell here." The fourth key is spiritual authority. As a child of God, you have been given authority over every enemy that tries to invade your home. You must claim it boldly. Speak with the authority of heaven. By the power of Jesus Christ, I command every dark force to leave this home now. I close every door and window to evil, and I invite the Holy Spirit to fill every room. When you do this, know that my sword is working with yours. The heavenly armies move when you take your stand. The unseen chains binding your home are broken, and every weapon formed against you is rendered powerless. This spiritual authority is not for the faint of heart, but for the courageous who know that they are protected by divine power. Do not fear speaking this truth. The enemy fears it. When you declare it, darkness flees. The fifth and final key is thanksgiving. Gratitude opens the floodgates of heaven. Even before you see the results, thank God for the protection and blessings that are on their way. Thank Him for every angel assigned to your home. Thank Him for the peace that surpasses all understanding filling your rooms. This act of thanksgiving releases supernatural favor, transforming your home into a beacon of light and refuge. Remember, these keys work together. Faith without obedience is incomplete. Authority without discernment is reckless. Thankfulness without faith is hollow. But when combined, they create an unshakable fortress of divine protection and abundant blessing. Tonight, I ask you to take these keys and begin unlocking your home's true spiritual potential. It may feel new or unfamiliar, but this is the beginning of a sacred journey. You may face moments of doubt or fear, but do not waver. I am here to remind you that you are chosen, equipped, and empowered to walk in victory. There is a reason heaven has sent me to you now. The doors of your future home have been waiting for your faith to open them. The blessings prepared long ago are ready to pour out. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Say these words aloud with me. I receive the blessings God has prepared for my home. I declare this place holy, safe, and protected by heavenly angels. No darkness can enter. No weapon will prosper. I open the doors to divine favor, peace, and joy. Amen. Repeat this prayer daily. Let it anchor you. Your breakthrough is in your hands. The spiritual atmosphere around your home is shifting right now because you have taken your rightful place as a steward of God's promises. Type 777 to declare you are unlocking the blessings and protection over your home now. The battle is turning in your favor. The doors are opening. Your future home will be a place of peace, sanctuary, and divine purpose. Stand firm, beloved. This is your victory. I, Archangel Michael, am standing guard. Your home is sacred ground, and it is time to claim what is yours. Archangel Michael says, My beloved child, now that you have awakened to the battle and unlocked the blessings and protection over your future home, it is time for the final chapter. Enemies revealed and removed. This is the moment of truth. The forces that have been working in shadows, the hidden enemies that have tried to sabotage your peace and destiny, will be exposed. This is no coincidence. This is divine justice. I am not speaking of ordinary enemies, those you see and know in the natural realm. I speak of spiritual enemies cloaked in disguise, some wearing masks of friendship, others lurking in the dark corners of your life. Some may be people, some may be demonic spirits, and some may be your own doubts and fears that have served as gatekeepers to your suffering. Tonight, I draw my sword in your defense, but you must prepare your heart to face the truth. The truth can be painful, but it is necessary for your freedom. It is only when darkness is exposed that it can be destroyed. There are people close to you who have hidden agendas, those who smile in your face but speak against you in secret. They have tried to infiltrate your home with confusion, doubt, and division. Their voices may sound sweet, but their hearts carry bitterness. They feed lies into your atmosphere, sow discord in your relationships, and seek to steal your joy. You may have felt their presence, an unexplainable tension when they are near, a heaviness in the room after their visit, or the silence that falls when you speak their name. These are spiritual red flags you must not ignore. But know this, they will not succeed. I have been watching these enemies, tracking their every move. Their plans are exposed in heaven's light. Their schemes are unraveling even as you read this. And I am here to declare their defeat. The spiritual realm moves in response to your faith and authority. When you speak truth and stand firm, these hidden enemies lose their power. They retreat because they fear the sword of heaven that I wield on your behalf. Some enemies have come disguised as family members, trusted friends, or even those who once loved you. Betrayal is a painful part of this battle, but it is part of the cleansing process. The false masks will fall away. The truth will break through like dawn breaking the night. You may wonder how to recognize these enemies clearly. Watch for those whose actions do not match their words, those who bring division rather than peace, those who drain your spirit instead of uplifting it. Your spirit has been warning you. Do not silence it. In the coming days, you may hear revelations, see signs, or have conversations that confirm what your spirit already knows. These are the moments of unveiling. Prepare yourself with prayer and calmness. Do not rush into confrontation, but stand ready to reclaim your peace. I command every hidden enemy, every spirit of confusion, jealousy, and betrayal to be removed from your home and life by the authority of heaven. I seal every door they tried to enter with holy fire. I break every chain they have used to bind your destiny. Your home will no longer be a place of fear or unrest. It will be a sanctuary where light reigns, where love flourishes, and where your spirit finds rest. There is also an enemy you may not have considered: fear itself. Fear has been a gatekeeper, keeping you locked in cycles of doubt and hesitation. But I tell you now, fear is a liar. It is a tool used by the enemy to hold you back from the fullness of your blessings. You must cast fear out with every breath. Declare boldly, "Fear, you have no place here. I am covered by the blood of the Lamb, and I walk in courage and peace." I will stand beside you as you do this. The spiritual atmosphere will change. The heaviness will lift. Light will flood your home and your heart. You have been chosen for victory. The enemy's time is up. Now is the season of removal of every enemy that has tried to steal your peace, your joy, and your future home. Do not be afraid to ask God for clarity and protection. Ask Him to reveal every hidden enemy and to send me, Archangel Michael, to remove them swiftly. I am a warrior of light, and I will not leave your side. Type 999 to declare the removal of all enemies and the protection of your home now. Stand firm in this truth. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every plan of the enemy is exposed and defeated. Your home is sanctified, guarded, and victorious. This is your hour of breakthrough. I am Michael, your protector, your warrior, your divine defender. Together, we will cast out the darkness. Your future home is secure. Claim it with faith. Claim it with power. The enemy's defeat is already written in heaven. Now, walk boldly into your victory. Archangel Michael says, "You have come to the end of this message, but your journey is just beginning. What you have heard tonight is not mere words. It is a divine call, a holy charge to take your place in the battle for your future home and your destiny. Do not underestimate the power of this moment. You have been warned, you have been equipped, and now the choice is yours: to stand firm in faith and claim the blessings prepared for you, or to turn away and risk losing the protection and favor waiting just beyond the veil. Remember, this is not a time for hesitation. The spiritual clock is ticking. Doors will open or close based on your response today. The enemies that lurk in shadows will either be revealed and removed, or they will deepen their hold if you choose to ignore this call. But you are not alone. I, Archangel Michael, stand with sword drawn, guarding your path, fighting your battles, and calling you into victory. Your home is sacred ground, and it is time to declare it a fortress of peace, joy, and divine purpose. Type 777 now to seal your home with the blessing of heaven. Speak your faith aloud. Declare your protection daily. Do not skip this moment again. This is your divine appointment. Your breakthrough awaits. Trust in the power of God's protection. Walk forward with courage. Your future home is already consecrated by angels. Your legacy is secure. I am Michael, sent by heaven to fight for you. Stand with me. Your victory is at hand. Do not delay. Do not doubt. This is your hour. Open the door. Step into your blessing. Amen.